ora no te takiri o Kurahaupo ki te Waipaunamu, ko Ngāti Kuia, Ngāti Apa ki te Rātō, Rangitani o Wairau Ngā Iwi, ko Gena Moses te Kani ahau. I am the co-chair Tangata Whenua of Building Better Homes, Towns and Cities National Science Challenge. E kāinga whakamana tangata, whakamana tai au. I am on the governance group for the National Science Challenge, and we've moved to a Te Tiriti or Waitangi partnership in the last few years. So we started about 8 years ago as a governor, and I'm one of the original governors. And we started an organisation that was extremely mainstream. So we're hosted by Brands, which is the industry organisation for the building sector, and we also have every university as one of our collaborating parties, so very, very mainstream. And as part of our governance group, we were set, the first task was actually to approve all the research funding for the 8 years that we operate, 9 years that we operate. And the first thing we did was look at the vision mātauranga element of all of our research programs so that we could hold up Te Tiriti or Waitangi practice via that policy in the science sector. And I've got to say that we actually sent lots of those programs back to the drawing board to ensure that they had treaty partnership and vision mātauranga in all of their research programs. And in the second phase of the research programs, we managed to get them all to be co-led. So they moved in a true treaty partnership through the co-leadership of all of their research programs. We started, there were 6 governors, 4 Pākehā men and 2 Māori, myself and Ngāti Blair. And we decided not to have a kahui Māori providing advice to the challenge because A, we had more Māori researchers than any other research challenge, but also we wanted to have direct involvement in the decision making rather than have an advisory board. So we started a treaty journey by educating all the members on our board and decolonising ourselves. All of us actually needed to go through a decolonising, and we all do, all day, every day. 200 years of colonisation, it's not an easy thing to shrug aside. We're always working out what's the next best step for us. But anyway, so we went through this process and we decided to form co-governance, co-chairs, starting with co-chairs, and we had to meet with the Brands Board and all of the universities to seek their approval to change our structure, having co-chairs and co-governance. And so we managed to get them over the line, so that's pretty awesome. Mainstream science body, working with all the universities, and we got them to agree to the co-governance. And then the next part of that was, so we had co-leadership in the research field, we had co-governance, and then we repopulated our board, so now that we have 4 Māori and 3 non-Māori, and actually we have 4 women as well. So that's the way our new board is. We use a treaty-based decision-making framework to ensure that every decision and program that we fund aligns to our treaty principles, to our treaty values and commitments. And then the hardest step actually was setting up co-management, so having co-directors. So in mainstream organisations, it's very paternalistic, they like to have one decision maker, one person who's responsible for everything that we do. And so it was quite challenging to think that we would have true partnership and co-directors. But we managed to get it over the line, again with all of those different bodies. And we now have co-directors, Tangata Whenua and Tangata Tiriti, just like we have co-chairs, Tangata Whenua and Tangata Tiriti. From our perspective, Tangata Tiriti are not non-Māori, they are actually our allies in treaty partnership. They are the ones who really understand or are seeking to understand and actively implement treaty partnership. They are the kinds of people our tupuna would have wanted to partner with when they signed the treaty. One of the things that our challenge, and actually all 11 National Science Challenges are doing, is we're in our last year. So we need to get all of our rangahau into the hands of communities, into the hands of decision makers. So that's a key piece of work that we're focused on. But actually, when it comes to treaty partnership, we're in a political year. So we actually want to share our story of how we implemented it. Warts and all, we're still learning, but how we implemented it to Tangata Tiriti all over the place. Because, I don't know, it's a racist world we live in, and this is a good story to support our Tangata Tiriti as we all embrace treaty partnership. Kia ora.